Well, all right. Steeler Reb here on the 2024 draft. For us, it's over. Sixth round, we just took our last man. The guy out of Texas, 6'3", 2-something, cornerback. Most likely, we'll move him to safety. Because he's only got 4.5 speed. He's not going to be able to keep up with them 4.2, 4.3 guys on the outside in the NFL. No. Those route runners, he's going to have to move over to safety. He's got the size of a safety. But anyway, I'm kind of mixed on the draft this year. Not as excited as I was last year. We kept all 7 of our draft picks last year. I don't know what's going to happen this year. I'm kind of disappointed in that a couple of ways. When we chose to get a wide receiver, we went and got another short guy, 5'10". He's really struggling on one thing. Profile said he's struggling to be 5'10". Reminded me of when Randall was billed as being 6 feet tall. And we all know he was 5'9". He was a bad boy in college, but this is the pros we're talking about. And he did all right as a receiver. And basically what it looks like we did is went out and got a clone of Calvin Austin. When we got the guy from Michigan. Rome. His name Roman? Yeah. Wilson. He's a little bitty guy. I mean, I remember watching him play in college, and I'm like, somebody's little brother, somebody's little son is on the field. He's a little bitty guy, and he's good. I'm not taking away from him because he's obviously earned his way into there. But we have Calvin Austin. Are we going to trade Calvin? What are we going to do? We keep trying to get these little guys, speedsters, and it never works out for us. It works out for some other teams, but it never works for us. Never. And there's a whole list of them that you can go down. As of late, McFarland, and we kept bringing him back. The little guys just don't make it with us. And they got Calvin Austin, and he's a speed demon, but they couldn't seem to get it to him. I'm hoping that this year Russell Wilson and Fields could get the ball to him, because that's a touchdown, a lot more touchdowns for us if we can get the ball to Calvin Austin. And now Roman Wilson. So, but what we failed to address is the outside receiver to work opposite Pickens. And there were plenty of guys that we could have got, and we didn't. And I'm just not, I usually got a good grasp of the Steeler brass and the way their wind blows. But they made a couple of picks that were having me scratching my head. That's like we need a immediate plug-in for a defensive tackle, but we went and got a guy that's a project that has a lot of things to work on. And we got him in the 6th round too. We could have got the guy with the best arm in the league in the draft, Joe Milton out of Tennessee, and he fits the bill of what we usually try to bring in. 6'5", 230 something. That's our style of quarterback. The big guy with the big arm. Bradshaw, Ben, okay? Mark Malone. He just goes, that's Steeler quarterbacks. So I don't know. We let New England get him. We could have got him, but we didn't go there. There's a whole lot of other guys we could have got on wide receivers that we could have got that are fast, tall, rangy, and a challenge for defensive backs in the league. But we overlooked them. So I'm sure that part of the plan is to get on that phone, which since our draft is over, well, you got people probably making phone calls right now to guys, telling them if you don't get picked in the remainder of this round and in the 7th round, give us a call and come and sign as a undrafted free agent. I'm sure they're doing that as I speak. And the draft is still going on. They're on pick number, 203? So I'm sure they're doing it right now. From the Steelers staff, calling guys, they're telling them, if you don't get picked, come see us. And we'll sign you as an undrafted free agent. I'm also sure that over the next 3 days, a whole lot of guys that are already in the league are going to get cut because of the draft. There's going to be some trades made. There's going to be some people getting cut to save money. And we will be culling through that to find another outside receiver, I'm sure. We'll be looking at cornerbacks and defensive linemen too, I'm sure. And even some backup offensive linemen, I'm sure. And we'll try to get through that scrum. Maybe they'll go back at Tyler Boyd and say, hey, okay, this is what we'll offer you. You take the offer we already gave you, whatever. Cincinnati has made it clear with their draft picks and their signings that they are not interested in Tyler coming back. They could care less. That's obvious. For all intents and purposes, the Bengals have built a totally new receiver room. So, I don't know. We're probably going to wait and see whoever else comes out of the shake, because there's going to be a lot of veterans getting cut for financial reasons, and those are the ones that we're going to try to get to, I guess, and throw a little bit of money at. They got $7 million more from restructuring Highsmith's contract. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. We did manage to set our offensive line for the future. It's set. I'm happy with what we got. We got a center that's a blue-collar guy. A guy from West Virginia, and he's our kind of guy. He's local and he's down in the dirt. Rough, tough guy. Blue-collar, straight up. Yeah, so he'll be here. He'll be our center. Yeah. Yeah. So we're good there. And we blew the chance over one of the Cincinnati went and got Mims, and I knew they would do that because they knew we were interested in him. So, that's what Cincinnati always does. They always get a pick or two ahead of us, and they always get the guy that we're interested in. It's just something that happens repeatedly. It's not a coincidence. Hell, they did it with Tyler. That's what they do. So, there's a lot of nuances to this draft game and this whole game itself. So we missed out on them, but We got our guy. We got our guy. We got us a right tackle. We got a replacement for when Seamugo gets too long in the tooth. So we got somebody that we can develop there. We got guys that are versatile, position versatile, so they can play in different spots on the line. We took care of our line. With the guys we have already and their backups, we have a good combination of guys. We are going to have a running game and a much better, well-protected passing game. Our quarterbacks will not be getting hit as much this year. I'm quite sure of that. I don't know. I'm still a little stymied, but I never question what they do because they usually know what they're doing. And now that Kevin Colbert's not in charge of picking our men, I'm even more confident in their choices. Because in my book, he was a lousy general manager. Yeah. So that's just my opinion. And so he picked a lot of duds. A lot of duds. With him running the show. He left and immediately our personnel, our roster improved immediately. As soon as he left. And Ben. We should have got Joe Milton. And I just want you guys to remember I said that. Other than that, we'll see what shakes out, because I know it's going to be real busy the next 4 days. 4 days, yeah. It's going to be fever pitch. It's going to be a whole lot of action going on. Because guys, like I said, are going to get cut for salary reasons, for cap space, and guys are going to get cut because they got somebody that these teams feel are better. Then they got better improved personnel, so they're going to cut guys. And we might be able to get us a little gem here and there, or something that'll contribute for a decent price, because we're in our cheap stage right now. And like I said, they're probably on the phones right now. Been on the phones now for about 15 minutes or so, maybe a half hour, maybe an hour, calling guys and saying, we were interested in you, but we had to fill a different need at the time. And if you don't get drafted, give us a call. We will get you on our undrafted free agent list. So we'll see. It's still too early to say. There's a lot of good guys that are still out there. I would have loved to see them get Jerry Rice's son. Actually, out of USC. I would have loved to see that. He's 2 inches taller than Jerry. He's not super fast or nothing, but just out of curiosity, I would like to see us. He's taller than the guy we got. I am concerned, because we got Calvin Austin. And we went and got a clone of Calvin Austin, who is a fraction, a millisecond, like a 3 milliseconds slower than Calvin Austin. So he's a speed demon. I think Calvin Austin runs a 4.32, and he runs a 4.38. A 4.33 and a 4.38. So he's a shade slower than Calvin Austin. And I was of a mind that now that we got quarterbacks that know how to lead their receiver and know how to make throws under pressure, that Calvin Austin would have a breakout year this year too, along with Georgia. Maybe that's the plan. for those two to be utilized far more than they have been, because we got people that can get the ball to them and have a complementary receiver on the outside. And that might very well be the plan, and I'm with it. I would have loved and still would like to see Tyler Boyd be that other receiver, because that's your possession receiver. He will get you those 15 yards, those 18 yards on a 3rd and 18. He'll get you 19. Or he'll get you 17 and a half, and if you're close enough, you can go for it. Excuse me. He's done it against us enough times for me to be confident that he still can do it. But I don't know. We'll see. This is my first commentary on the 2024 draft. I'll come back some more when there is some more. And go Steelers. I'm with it. I mean, I'm going to always be a fan for life. I'm still not as excited. And it's not because of the draft. I still got that thing in my mind where I see that the league has turned into something that it shouldn't be. It's fixed. They rig games, and it's obvious. It's blatantly obvious. Goodell's trying to turn it into the WWE, and it's a lot of people's zeal and excitement dulled. And I see it. I've seen it. It's just so blatant. The referees don't know how to hide it. They have to just blatantly do it. And it's like casting a blockbuster movie that you know is a blockbuster, but you put D-listers in there to play the roles. They don't know how to cheat a game quietly. Their bad calls were blatant and intentional. There's no way to hide it. So there's that. That's the biggest damper on football, and it will stay there. That's the biggest stain on football, and it will stay there. You can't wash it out with a magic eraser. That has made a whole lot of people's love for the game cool down some. We still love the game. We hate Roger Goodell and the owners for what they're doing to the game. It's about dollars now and entertainment, when you were already making dollars and we were already entertained. And if it ain't broke, why are you trying to fix it? It's gonna be weird seeing those little lumpy foam rubber helmets too on the field. So I don't know. They're changing the game, and it ain't for the better. They can give you any kind of explanation they want. I ain't trying to hear that I know better. So whatever. But my one thing that I will always be is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Stab my arm, and black and gold is going to come out together. So that's the way it is. That's in my DNA. And it always will be. And if I get too pissed off this year with the blatant game fixing, I'll love them from a distance. Anyway, Steeler Rev.